Here we are together again on the radio. Dear Abby, I am in my late 20s. For 6 years, I have been entangled in a strange and powerful relationship with Bruce, a 38-year-old man who considers himself only a friend. I am very much in love with him, and he knows it. He has never said he loves me. In fact, whenever we get close, he steps back emotionally and reminds me that he's just a friend. Bruce was hurt badly by a cheating wife and has been divorced for many years. I know for a fact there have been no other women in his life. They always say that. Despite all this, Bruce treats me like a queen. And like Bruce, I would think he's a queen, but that's beside the point. Whatever I need, you name it, he is right there. He is the most generous, protective, and responsive man I have ever met. He calls me every morning to say hello, and every night to wish me sweet dreams. We spend weekends together, and we're sexually active. We enjoy each other more than any other couple I know, married or unmarried. We're such a good match that people tell us we absolutely glow when we're together. I have finally reached the end of my rope. I need some kind of recognition. At the very least, I would like to be considered his girlfriend. Please help me look at this relationship with clear eyes. Signed, Only a Friend in New York State. The response is, Dear Only a Friend, it's time to face up to the fact that for whatever reason, Bruce is commitment phobic. Up until now, your relationship has been entirely on his terms, and he likes it the way it is. I'll give him marks for honesty. You must accept it or move on. If it's marriage and a secure future you're after, I urge you to do the latter. You know what? Great point. And I rarely agree with whoever's writing the Dear Abby column these days. By the way, the stupidest thing in the world, I don't even think Abigail Van Buren writes Dear Abby anymore. I know she's still alive, but I don't think she writes it anymore. I think her daughter or granddaughter or somebody else writes it. But I rarely agree with the advice given in this column, but in this particular case, I agree 100%. That this guy's been honest. He said what he is. He's not lying. He's not hiding anything. He doesn't want to be in a relationship. That's it. This is all he wants. This is all he can handle. And this chick is being unrealistic. We've all been with somebody like this. We've all been in a casual relationship, which might involve sex, not necessarily even every night, occasionally. Occasionally you go out to the movies, or occasionally you grab a bite to eat or something like that. Occasionally you get together and play board games or whatever you did. By the way, I do believe they're called board games for a reason. You're bored. Well, and you play a game. Come on over and let's play Scrabble. I'm going to play Yahtzee tonight. But we've all had somebody like that. Usually that person is what I call a placeholder. The person you come over and watch TV with, or, come over on a rainy night, or you come over after an earthquake, or you come over and kill a bug. Occasionally you hop into the sack and have some sex, and then you're off and running. That's about all we want. Until we find somebody we really, really care about, which may or may not happen. Usually it does happen. To be fair, I think usually it does. But we've all been with somebody where you've got this casual relationship that works just fine as what it is, okay? Now, I'm talking about somewhere between a booty call and a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about you show up at 11 o'clock at night and put it to her and then get out the door. I'm talking about one of these relationships where, you know what, she's okay, you know. I've had chicks like this. Let me give you an example of my own, okay? I've known chicks who they're cool, they like hockey. I like hockey. Want to go to a game? Let's go. We go to a game. She says, let's go out and have some martinis. Okay, I do. We go back to her place. We fool around a little bit. I look at my watch. I say, oh, my God, it's 3 in the morning. I got to go. I get up. I put my shoes on. I get out in the car, and I drive home. She calls me the next day. I'm busy doing something or someone else. She calls me 2 days later. I'm still not there. She calls me 3 days later. Finally, you know, it's Wednesday night. There's a game on. The guys don't feel like watching the game, so I call her up. And she's all too eager to answer the phone when I call. She's been waiting for my call. But the fact is, I'm not waiting to call her. It's like I got a dead night. I got a dead spot in the schedule. And so I call her. And it's fun. The night you need it. You know, it's just like, I love going to the drive-thru with Jack in the Box or Carl's Jr. I love it. I love McDonald's. Love it. But you can't eat it 3 meals a day. You can't live on that as a diet. You can't. To me, it's part of life, but it isn't life. It's just part of life. You know what I'm saying? So every once in a while, hitting the drive-thru window, getting myself a tasty chocolate shake or a quarter-pound burger, great. But I'm not going to eat it morning, noon, and night. I'm going to have it once in a while. That's how I see chicks like this. And that's the kind of person I'm talking about. By the way, you could be a chick, too, and have a guy who's just completely unrealistic about what you have. Completely unrealistic. It's good for what it is. It's good as it is. But no, they want more. They want to be recognized as a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a fiancé or something. They're always trying to push it to another level, a level that you know it's never going to get to. Now, because of their convenient locations, because they're tasty, or because they fulfill a niche in your life at a time when you need a niche filled, or you need to fill a niche, you don't want to give it up. But there comes that time where it's just, you don't know what you're going to do. It's too much to take. Too much. So that's what I want to find out from you. There you are having a casual relationship, and you're perfectly happy with things the way they are. You don't want them changing at all. The other person wants to get married. They want you to meet their family. They want you to move in with them. You don't want that. Now, for people who are obsessed like this show is for them, men and women both, okay? You're the person who's not obsessed. The caller is the person who's like, get off my back. Not even a matter of... By the way, I disagree with one thing that the Dear Abby columnist wrote here. I don't believe these people are commitment phobic. They are commitment phobic with you. You. They don't want a relationship with you. Because many of these people end up having relationships with somebody else. One time when I broke up with somebody, she called me and left me a message. Just to stick the knife in and twist it. Here's what she said. After telling me when we broke up, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship. And I guess she didn't like the way I reacted to that. She later called me and told me that, oh yes, you know what? I am going to have a relationship. I want a relationship. I just don't want to be with you. It will never be with you. But you know what? Everybody you think is commitment phobic, they will all have a relationship. But it won't be with you. There is no such thing as commitment phobia. People are not afraid of relationships. They have relationships all the time. When they won't commit to a relationship with you, stop it with your ego trip, believing that they have the problem. You have the problem. They don't have commitment phobia, whatever that made-up word is. No. They don't want... Get it into your head. They don't want a relationship with you. The guy Bruce in the Dear Abby letter, one day he'll get married. He may even have kids, but not with you. So you can keep swinging for the fences. It isn't going to happen. Not going to happen. So the people I want to talk to this hour are the people who don't particularly want to push to the next level. You like things the way they are. You like dropping by when you feel like it. You like going out for a hot dog on the weekend, or going out to a ball game, or going out to a concert now and then when you have nobody else to ask. It's fun. Maybe you go away for a weekend once in a while even. Yeah, just because you're pals and you like it and it's fun and you have a good time. But it's fun because it's an occasional thing. It's fun because it's at your convenience. It's fun because it isn't anything important. It's fun because you're still waiting for the next big thing. And right now, this is okay. What tactics are the other person using to try to snare you in? How do they try to make you feel guilty? What do they say to you? What do they do? Are they buying you birthday presents 6 months in advance? You know, telling you, hey, I got your Valentine's Day present, I got your Christmas present. Are they doing that? God, I hate when they do that. They try to reel you in, and you don't want to be reeled in. Are you in this position right now?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Hello, Tom. How are you?
Do you care, Elise?
You know what? I really don't, but that's okay. I got on the air.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Okay. There you are, enjoying a casual relationship with somebody. A step above a booty call. You know, somebody that you might go to the ball game with, go to a concert with. Somebody you might go hang out with on a Sunday afternoon. When I had relationships like this, you know, I used to like to go out to Gladstone's out in Malibu and sit out overlooking the beach, drinking margaritas all afternoon long in the sun, go back about 4 in the afternoon, bang the crap out of them, and then say, well, I'll try to call you. And then, you know, I probably would call 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now. You know, maybe I had couple of spots on the dance card open. And then it's like, you never take me anywhere. You never go with me anywhere. You know, it's like, when they start getting into that mode, it's like, what do I do now? 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Mike on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, what's up?
Not much, Mike.
Dude, I'm in the exact situation that you're describing, man. She's all over me.
Really?
What can I do?
Well, tell us the story first before we get to it. I don't know anything about her or you or anything. How did it develop? What is it?
Okay. I met her about a year ago, and things were going good. We went out, and, you know, she's a nice-looking girl and all, and brought her around my friends. That was probably mistake number one. But, you know, my friends liked her, but she's not the one. She's not the one. I mean, looks-wise, she's pretty, but I just want something different. But she's all over me. And this is what she's been doing lately. She's been talking about future plans, this and that.
Whose future plans?
Marriage.
She's been telling you she wants to marry you?
Not marriage, but, like, girlfriend. She's not even my girlfriend. I always introduce her as my friend. She knows that, but, like, she's trying to do more girlfriend stuff.
What am I to you? Am I your girlfriend?
Exactly.
Am I your friend? Am I an uck buddy? What am I?
And the thing she's doing now, like, on the weekends, I try to avoid her.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I occasional weekday call her up, let's go out for drinks, come back, and, you know, hammer her. But now, you know, for the weekend, she knows my time is hard pressed, so what she's doing is she's getting tickets to my favorite concerts. And I can't deny them.
Oh, God, that's when it gets bad, when they start buying you gifts. See, I mentioned that earlier, when they start getting things for you. I know you love Coldplay. They're at the ball. We're going. Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And Dodger tickets. I love the Dodgers.
Yeah.
She buys Dodger tickets.
I got dugout club seats, $225 a piece just for you, because I know how much you like that.
And I can't not go because she knows I like them.
Uh-huh.
She knows I must have something else. She knows I don't have anything else better to do than to go to a concert that I love. I mean, what kind of excuse could I come up with?
Uh-huh.
What kind of excuse could I come up with to get out of that one on a Saturday night? You gotta help me, Tom. What should I do?
Well, I mean, you know what? You gotta get out of it. There's no way you're gonna be able to go on. She's made it untenable at this point.
She's talking to my mom now.
Oh, that's the worst.
She's asking for my mom for my favorite dishes. She's learning how to cook because I'm
here cooking. I know it's 12 in the afternoon. You're at work. By the time you get here at 6:30, it'll be ready.
She was asking my mom for my favorite dishes, getting the recipes. Like, oh, I'm getting scared, Tom. I'm getting scared.
I called your mom for your baby pictures. They're on the way over. I'm going to create a little montage for you.
But she is good for those family outings or when your friends get together with their girlfriends. Boom, she's always right there, snap of the fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes friends go out with their girls, and they want you to bring a girl. Kind of like de facto girlfriend, Sometimes you need something.
Right. It's somebody, you know what women have? They have guys they can take out to like a wedding or some family event of some kind, Thanksgiving dinner, that kind of thing.
That's what she is to me.
Right, exactly. And, that's what you're doing, too.
Yeah.
It's 4th of July. Your parents are having a barbecue in the backyard. Hey, I'm going to bring this chick along.
Exactly.
Everybody likes her.
I like that. I like that part of it.
Yeah.
She's not the one, though.
Right, but the problem is, and like I always tell you in Leykis 101, the minute you take the chick around your family, she meets your mom and meets your female siblings, and then everybody goes, she's so nice. Why don't you just ask her to marry you?
Oh, no.
Start screwing up your whole family life.
Oh, no.
Then everybody thinks you're the worst creep because you're using her.
Exactly. Sometimes I bring other girls around, though, my family, and they always say, oh, what happened to so-and-so?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, she's just my friend. And, like, my mom thinks I'm a gigolo or something. That's her favorite word.
Gigolo. I like that. How old is your mom?
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles. At 1-800-5800-TOM. That's the telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Jackie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How's everything going?
Do you care, Jackie?
A little bit.
I'm doing great.
Good. Well, I was calling because I'm in the same situation that we're talking about, and I have two guys who I have to constantly lie to just so, I can get a little peace. I've explained to both of them that I'm not ready for a serious relationship. I'm just trying to have fun, and they just don't get it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, how hard is it to just go over there and bang the crap out of you and then leave?
No, well, I don't know. The guy's like, well,
I've got a room full of guys who come over there tonight. We don't even want to know your name.
I wish I could find those. Those aren't the ones I see men running.
I don't even know if Jackie's your real name, and frankly, none of us care.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm 21. I'm not trying to get committed. I'm not trying to get stuck with a kid. I'm not, I just want to have fun. And the guys I deal with don't seem to understand that. They're all like weenies or something.
Now, Dean thinks you have to be fat.
Huh?
Dean says you've got to be fat.
Why is that?
Because you're just so interested in just having fun.
No, I'm 21, and I seen my sister have a baby at 15, and I'm not trying to go down that road.
What do you look like?
I'm African-American. I'm about 5'9", 130 pounds, shoulder-length hair, caramel complexion.
Really?
Yeah.
Dean's ready to go over there tonight.
What does he look like? I'm pretty interested.
Oh, Dean.
The two losers that I
Dean's Italian. What, are you kidding me?
Oh, Italian stallion, huh?
Yeah, Dean's one of those guys that I always say, people think he's gay, but the beauty part is he's not gay.
Sounds interesting.
He's just because he drives a red Jeep Cherokee. And he's always very, very well groomed. Do not assume that he's gay. He's not gay.
Oh, and that has to be it. I love a well groomed, nice teeth, clean cut guy.
You know what? I've seen Dean turn down a lot of stuff. So if you're clean, he's clean.
I'm ready to rock.
That works.
Yeah. So believe me, I'll set that up. I'll send Dean right down there.
Okay. Okay, that'll work.
He'll get the job done. Then you'll report to me on the results.
Of course. All details.
And believe me, Dean doesn't even want to know your last name. Marry you.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Marry you. Dean doesn't even want to know your phone number. He just wants to come over, bang you, and get the hell out.
We can just have pages and just have codes. We don't even have to have callbacks.
That's it. You just got the pager. You could even 69, 69, 69. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know your ilk. I've been with women like you.
Oh, it works for me. At least for
those were the days.
years.
No kidding.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Jackie. Hang on. Dean is going to take down your pertinent information. He'll deal with you personally. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Trey on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Trey.
How are you doing?
Do you care?
I care like you would not believe.
I'm doing great.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So am I, after a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I heard what you asked for. I had to call in and say, I feel the pain of everyone who has gone through it. Anyway, I'll get on with my story.
Please.
I met this girl. Oh, thank you. I met this girl at a little college party, right? I was about a year out from graduation.
Uh-huh.
I was not looking for anything whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do my thing, walk away, and that was it, right? She said that was cool, as they all do.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, this goes on for 2-3 months, as I recall, right? And then she starts to talk serious because she finds out that I'm actually a very, very decent guy, right?
You don't want to know that. Please, I spent half my life saying...
See, lesson learned, right?
Please don't tell me I'm a nice guy. Please don't do that. That's the kiss of death. Please.
I know. I had to learn this one the hard way. So anyway, she starts to talk serious, and she starts to talk really serious, really fast. The only thing I ever did was introduce her to my mother, which is such a smart thing to do, right? You never introduce them to family.
No,
anyway,
that's the key with people like this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep them as far separated from your life as possible, right? As possible. So anyway, as she starts to talk more and more serious, I'm thinking, okay, it's time to bail, right? So that's basically what I did. I said very simply, very bluntly, listen, I don't want to get together anymore. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. Been fun. See you later, right? Well, this one pretty much went mental, okay?
Wow.
Nuts. She would show up at work, right, at my work. She would show up at my classes. I had a night job where I did cleaning. She showed up there at every contract I had, okay? She wanted attention. She wanted recognition. She wanted everything and anything from me. I was prepared to give none of it, okay? This went on for, I swear, about 6 months. And then she kicked it up a notch, okay? She started to go to all my clients because I owned the cleaning company that I worked at night, and she started telling them that I was unfit to do the job. She started interfering with my business. She started talking to my employer. Then she showed up at school talking to people that I knew, people of the faculty, people that I went to class with and whatnot. And, I mean, it was insane. And that went on for about 3 months, and then I said, okay, forget it, right? This is it. I changed my phone number. I changed schools, okay? I moved. I did everything I could. She found me again, okay, and would not let go. Oh, it was, Tom, you have no idea, man. It put me into freaking therapy, okay? Well, I mean, it's insane. And she wouldn't let go. She didn't get the point. I never hid anything from her. I never tried to deceive her or anything.
Right.
I kept everything very simple, very straightforward, because, of course, I'm an avid listener, right? I understand, You and I are on the same page about all this stuff, I wasn't some jerk, right? I was very honest with her, but she just would not let go.
Wow.
Right? So anyway, as it turns out, at the time I was living on Vancouver Island, right? And I ended up moving to the mainland, and I finally got rid of her. Finally, I severed all connection with anybody I knew.
Wow.
And it's been, I guess, I don't know, 6-something odd months since I've heard from her. I hope she's listening, because she's got to understand what she put me through.
Well, you're not kidding about that. Oh, God.
So it's just, I mean, yeah, even honesty doesn't work sometimes, man. I mean, it's insane.
Listen to you, you're still suffering, for God's sake.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
Betty, on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hello?
Is that a question or a statement, Betty?
I have a statement. First, I have to say, Tom, I love your show. Most women think you're a male chauvinist, but I think you are a straight-up, honest guy.
I tell the truth. If people don't like it.
You totally tell the truth, and it's so refreshing because what I was saying is I have so many girlfriends that are dating these guys that don't want a commitment, and I agree with you. These women think these men are commitment-phobic, and I always tell my friends, it's not that he's commitment-phobic. He just doesn't want to be with you. How
many times has this happened to somebody you know?
Oh, my God.
Somebody you know is dating somebody who won't commit, and then finally, the guy, he can't take it anymore, he leaves, and 6 months later, he's married.
Oh, my God. That just happened to one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst, Tom, is when they're like, no, he just doesn't want to get married. He's just not ready to get married. I'm like, no, he's not ready to marry you. Wake up. It is so sad, and these women are so pathetic because they don't realize there are a million men out there. And
they try to put it on the guy. You're commitment phobic. It's like saying, what are you, a pussy? You're too afraid to marry me. That's what it is. You're afraid.
Oh, exactly. That is so. And every time I tell my friends, I'm like, he's not afraid. He just doesn't want to be with you. They get upset, and I turn into the bad guy. I agree with you completely. And I would say 98% of the time, you are total truth, Tom. My hat off to you.
Thank you, Betty.
You're welcome.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Mike on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Mike. How are you doing?
You're Mike. I'm Tom.
Tom, I'm sorry. I've had a couple in me. How are you doing this evening, my friend?
Yeah, what are we drinking tonight, Mike? I'm doing great. What are we having over there?
A couple of shots of Jaeger and a couple beers.
Very good. Are you sitting at home?
Yes, I am.
And you're talking on your cell phone?
Yes, I am.
So you're sitting home drinking, listening to the radio?
Yes, I am. I listen to your show faithfully. I just got home from work not too long ago.
I love when Baltimore's checking in, couple of shots of Jaeger, sitting home, listening to the radio. Love it.
Exactly. Tom, tell me my story here. I'm a loan officer here in Baltimore, Maryland. Doing a favor for my family. This girl I went to high school with, okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a small town. Turns out this girl went to my high school, dated a really good friend of mine, okay, growing up. So I hear from mutual friends, also my parents, she's moving down to Baltimore. She doesn't know anybody. So I do the nice thing of taking her out maybe one or two times. Of course, we hook up. You know, the sex is great, so I'm not going to complain there. But I'm dealing with this girl now. She's calling me like 5 and 6 times a day. She's calling me at work, talking to my friends at work, saying, has Scott been talking about me? You know, Scott's my friend here at the office because he thinks, or she thinks that I'm sitting there talking about her all day. So she's asking my friend, Scott, and also a couple other friends at work, hey, has Mike been talking about me? What's going on? Get my boss involved. So we had this work dinner the other night, and she's talking to my boss, you know, Scott works too late at hours. He never comes home to see me, never comes take me out anymore. What's going on? So I'm dealing with this girl. She's like talking marriage. I've only been out with her maybe 3 or 4 times, trying to do a nice thing for my family, also friends of mine back home. I don't know what the hell to do.
Well, you know what you have to do.
Kick her to the curb, my friend.
DTB.
But, hey, but the booty's good. I don't know.
I know. It's time to find some new fields to plow. It always gets to that point because with women, with rare exceptions, it always gets down to emotions. And at some point, you have to crap or get off the pot.
Exactly. And it came down to, like, it started out as great sex, you know. It's every position from Tuesday just doing our thing. And now she's trying to get this whole, you know, why don't you come over? Why are you going out with your friends tonight? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why can't you help me out? And it's, you know, I've gone out with her 3 or 4 times. She's trying to talk marriage already.
Oh, well, it's time to go.
My sister-in-law is pregnant. She's buying baby gifts here and there, just sending stuff, trying to get my family hooked into it. And I know what she's doing, but the family's like, oh, she's really nice. What's going on? Wow. And, oh, my gosh, I feel like I'm getting strangled. But,
Mike, you got to give it up.
I think I have to, but it's hard.
You know, you're already familiar with the old Jaeger. You got to buy some chick a Jaeger shot or 2 and move on to the next victim.
You think that's best?
It's like being a serial killer, man. You know, once you killed one, you move on to the next.
Yeah, I guess you're right, buddy, but I figure I'll...
This body is cold. It's time to move on to the next victim.
Exactly. I think I'm going to tag it a couple more times. I already got this other girl in line, but hopefully she doesn't turn out to be this way.
Well, you know what you do? You try a little rodeo sex on her. You ever do rodeo sex?
What's that?
You F her from behind, and while you're effing her, you tell her that you're breaking up with her, and then you hold on for the ride. Then hold on for the ride.
I was thinking the donkey punch was first. I didn't know the rodeo sex came first.
Oh, give it a shot, pal.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
All I heard, I turned on the radio with my son in the car, and all I hear you is you're bitching.
Tough luck.
About single mothers.
Well, maybe you shouldn't listen.
Why are you talking about it?
Maybe you shouldn't listen anymore.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Joe on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Joe, this is Joe, Tom. Good afternoon. Thank you for taking my call.
I do it as a public service, Joe, as you know.
Hey, I love your show, and I just had to call in today because you are so right about this. My situation, I'm young business professional. I just dip the wick in the company ink every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Needed this girl, met this girl. She just moved out here to town, and I helped her move in because she's friends with some people I work with.
Uh-huh.
We end up going out a couple of times and hitting it a couple of times. Like all your other callers, I don't want this girl to become psycho on me. It's fun to have the drive-through window open whenever I want, but it's kind of getting bad. She's showing up at the bars. She's showing up.
And they start showing up. Oh, they start showing up. Oh, come on, know your place.
No, I know.
Your place is on your back, sweetheart. Let's go.
But Tom, if I tell her off, if I kick her to the curb like I should do, it might get ugly at the workplace, and I don't want to.
But that's why you're not supposed to fish off the company pier, pal.
Oh, but it's a good pier, Tom.
Pal, but I'm telling you, you like your job, you can't do it.
Very true. So how do I get rid of this one? How do I throw this one back off the pier, Tom?
Well, that's the hard part, pal. I mean, you know what? It's like putting the genie back in the bottle. It's screwy. So,
but, Tom, I'm going to call her when I get off the phone with you here. I need to know because she wants to do dinner. She wants to come hang out. I'm making up excuses like I'm doing laundry. I'm washing.
Well, first of all, you have to stop having sex with her.
I haven't had sex with her in like 2 weeks, Tom.
That's not a long shot.
Well, hey, for me, Tom, it is.
Do you have an ex-girlfriend or something?
I have some other friends that I see out here, yeah.
All right. Maybe you have one pose as the ex-girlfriend who came back and reunited with you or something.
Good call, but that shuts down one of my drive-through windows then, Tom.
Pal.
I love fast food.
It's done. It's done. And stop eating at work.
Tom, I appreciate you.
And, and get ready to bleep me, Brett, okay? You know the old expression, don't you, Joe?
Don't dip your wick in the company ink?
Don't where you eat.
Good point. Good point. Well, Tom, I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to get myself out of this one. I mean, I live by the beach, and I figure I shouldn't bring sand to the beach, right?
Well, you should stop dating the beach. You should dump that beach.
Very true. There's many fine beaches in Southern California.
Quite a few beaches.
Hey, Tom, thank you very much. I love listening to your show, man.
Joe, thank you. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Scott, I got about a minute for you. Scott, you're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom, some Thursday you're going to have to do a show on wedding fever. Had a great girl. We did nothing but have fun. We didn't want to get serious. And then friends started getting married, and her sister got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
And it started slow, and she'd grab my arm at a party and say, oh, don't they look so lovely together? And aren't they so great together? And I knew where it was headed. And, I told her, no. And she kept pushing and pushing, and had to let her go. And she was crushed. And she said, you can grow up now and be a man.
Oh, yeah.
Grow up.
It has nothing to do with growing up and being a man.
It had nothing to do with being a man.
I would love to have a commitment. I just don't want to have one with you.
It wasn't me. If she'd been dating any other clown...
That would be my response. Any chick who ever told me I was afraid of commitment, I said, oh, no, I'm not. Look how many times I've been married. I'm not afraid of commitment. I just don't want to be committed to you.
She had it in her blood. Her sister was getting married. All her friends. It was the fashionable thing to do. They were all getting new dresses, parties, honeymoons. Oh, it looked great.
You know what? Wedding fever is a great idea for a topic. You're absolutely right. Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.